Hey Credit Warriors, Credit Shifu here. Now, many people, many bloggers, etc., they put a value on points such as Chase points, American Express membership rewards points, etc., Citi Thank You points. Now, the points guy currently values Chase points and Amex points at 2 cents per point, okay? And many other bloggers give similar values. But then people always say, oh, but Chase points, it's a 1.5 cents per point through the portal, right? How do you get higher value? Even if I transfer to partners, it seems that I don't get much higher value than that. Well, today we are going to show you how to get that 2 cents per point value out of Chase points. Of course, you can get higher value, but that's just the average value that most of these bloggers give the points, okay? And I'm going to use an example of a booking that I just made with Japan Airlines, their business class, the Sky Suite on the 777, to show you how I got 2 cents per point, all right? So let's go. So first of all, what loyalty programs did we use? Well, we used American Express and British Airways for this booking, okay? So we first of all transferred Amex membership rewards points over from British Airways at a 40% bonus, because right now Amex is doing a 40% bonus when you transfer over to British Airways. It's always good to wait. If you're not going to book anything, like during the summer or whatever, wait till kind of fall comes around or winter, you know, holiday time. Amex often does a nice bonus towards the end of the year on transfers to British Airways. So that's what I've been waiting for most of the year. And that bonus is still going until I think it's October. I'll put the exact date on screen when it ends. But yeah, you can still transfer to British Airways at a 40% bonus. So I transferred 2 lots of points. I'll show you. I think I transferred 20,000 and then 60,000 a little bit before that, so total of 80,000 points. But don't forget that transfers at a 40% bonus, so for that 80,000 I actually ended up with 112,000. Mrs. Credit Shifu then transferred 30,000 Amex points from her account, which became 42,000 once it reached our British Airways like family account. So you can have a pooled account balance in British Airways. That's the cool thing. You'll still show up with your individual balances, but there'll also be a household account balance, which is like your pooled points that you can all use together. So we ended up with 154,000 points in our household account. And we then started searching for a flight from Taiwan to Japan. So we're doing this massive, crazy trip where we first fly to the UK. We do Christmas and New Year in the UK. Then we go to Taiwan, spend a little bit of time there. Then we go to Japan. Then we come back to Taiwan and have Chinese New Year in Taiwan. And then we fly back to the UK. And then I fly to France to go skiing. And then I come back. And then we finally go to the US. So it's kind of like a Russian doll. Like it's a trip inside a trip inside a trip, okay? Or like Inception, a dream inside a dream inside a dream. So anyway, but yeah, basically there's a return flight to the UK here, a return flight to Taiwan here, and a return flight to Japan here. So we haven't booked the UK. The only part I've booked so far is the ski trip in February. But we haven't booked the UK part yet, but the first thing we booked as a family is this trip from Taiwan to Japan. All right, so we searched on British Airways website for award availability to go to Japan, and we found a flight on Japan Airlines with quite good award availability. So what I recommend, whenever you search award availability, you can use Expert Flyer, which is also quite good. But if you've got, if your award program is something like British Airways, United, certain ones that have reasonably good, tools online. I think Qantas has reasonably good tools as well. You can actually search their website as well. So I searched on British Airways website. I started to find flights. When you search, I always recommend start with just one person, okay, when you're searching airlines. When you're searching hotels as well for award availability, hotels don't have as many blackout dates, but it can be good to start just searching one night and then build it out from there once you start finding something. And it's the same with airlines. Start by searching one person, see if there's one award seat, and then oftentimes there'll be a number to show you how many seats are available. You can start to build it out from there, okay? Once you've found one, you can search for, start to get more, add people, see if it still goes through. So on British Airways, once you start adding in extra people, and once you start adding in kids especially, and even lap infants and stuff, it starts to get too complicated for the system to handle, and it starts glitching, okay, and it doesn't show up anymore. So I had to do it several times. I'll also just show you the way to do it on British Airways. You sign into your account and go to your account dashboard and then go to the left here, and you need to click book with Avios and you go through there. If you search through any other way, it won't do it either, okay? So you need to make sure it's this screen and you go through here to search, okay? And If you try to refresh your search afterwards from the next screen, oftentimes it doesn't work either, so you need to come back to this screen and search again. Anyway, so once you found it, you found some award availability. I saw there were enough seats on here because it had a little number. It just wouldn't go through if I added extra people. So you then call up. If you're bronze or silver or gold or whatever in the executive club, you have a dedicated phone line, so you can use that phone line. So I phoned up the bronze phone line, and the guy answered very quickly. I've got it in my phone book now, saved it, because sometimes it's a little bit hard to find on their website. They kind of hide it because they don't want people calling. But anyway, I phoned up the bronze phone line and I said, hey man, I found award availability on the site. Can you check to see if you can see that? And then I want to book, right? So he, I gave him my flight numbers and dates and everything, and he saw, sure enough, there was award availability for those seats. So he booked for me, okay? And the price in the end came out to 136,000 avios, plus $363 in taxes and fees. Now, I did a little bit of search on Japan Airlines website. I found something else out actually on their website, which I'll tell you about in just a second, but I did a little search on Japan Airlines website, and I found that the price for this whole itinerary with three seats and one lap infant, it would cost 73,000 Taiwanese dollars. Okay, that's Taiwanese dollars. Sounds a lot, 73,000. Let's convert that into US dollars. So in US dollars, that would be 2,327 at the current exchange rate. I think it's about 31 Taiwanese dollars to $1 US. So you then minus the $363 in taxes and fees that we paid. So you get 1,964. And you can then divide that by the amount of points we paid. So it was 36,000 British Airways Avios. But those points were all transferred from American Express at a 40% bonus. So actually, they were actually only worth or equal to 97,000 American Express points. Okay, so you then divide that figure, that 1,964, divide that by 97,000, and you actually get exactly 2 cents per point. Okay, so I think it was like 2.02 cents per point in value. So exactly 2 cents per point. So when all those people say, how do you get 2 cents in value per point? The points guy is wrong, or 1 mile at a time is wrong. It's not valued 2 cents. The credit shifter is wrong. You really can get 2 cents per point, at least. And actually booking in first class, you can probably get even higher, 3 or 4 cents per point. But this example shows you that 2 cent figure for points, when people say average value of Amex points, Chase points is 2 cents, it really is true. It's just that you have to do a bit more work to actually get those awards, okay? It's only on award tickets booked through partner airlines. You have to transfer over points, and there are some things that don't work out well, like British Airways flights going through the UK, for example, huge taxes and fees. Sometimes if you transfer to an American airline, you have to pay extra points as a tax, right? Which reduces your value. But often transferring to Asian airlines can be really good, and you can see in this case, we did indeed get 2 cents per point. Now, there's one more thing I want to tell you about. So when I booked this flight, I didn't actually really take much care to look at the business class product, okay? Now you should normally always do this. Whenever you find like, oh, business class on such and such airline booked through this alliance, go directly to that airline's website and have a look at the description of their business class product on the site, all right? And also look up their schedules and see what plane it is that is flying on that route at that specific time, that flight number, and cross-check that with their description of their business class or whatever first class seat on their different airplanes, all right? Just to make sure that you know exactly what you're getting, okay? Because not all business classes are created equal, and I found that out this morning. So this morning when I woke up, I was kind of thinking, oh, you know what? I should probably just check that it's a decent business class, and normally I would do that. Last time when I booked with Swiss Airlines, I went to their website, checked that it was a good business class first of all before I went back and booked through a I think it was Vayama that I booked through, travel aggregator site. So this time when I woke up, I was like, I didn't do that yesterday. It was a mistake. I better just check it. Okay, so I went on Japan Airlines website this morning, and I saw that the flight from Taipei, Taiwan to Japan, was their Sky Suite on the 777. Very nice, okay? I'll put some pictures up on screen so you can see what it is. Fully flat bed. I think some of the suites even have doors, depends on the specific model of the plane. Some of them have doors, some of them don't. But anyway, at a minimum, it's fully flat bed, business class, very, very nice. But the plane I was coming back on was this, okay? More like a premium economy seat. But I did see that on an earlier flight that day, they had the Sky Suite on the 777. And I remembered yesterday that when I was on the phone to the guy, he said that you can make changes within 24 hours of your booking. So within 24 hours, you can cancel it or you can make any changes. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna get my Sky Suite on the way back too. So I phoned up British Airways again and I said, hey, I wanna make some changes to my flight. I wanna have my return flight go on an earlier flight. I gave him the flight number. It's always, as a little tip as well, when you deal with people on the phone, it's always good to have as much information as possible. So give them the specific flight numbers, the times, everything, so that there's no way that they can kind of accidentally not find your award availability, all right? So anyway, he checked to make sure there was award availability on that flight. There was, luckily, and so I booked, I changed my booking to the earlier flight for free because it was within 24 hours of the booking, and I got that Sky Suite on the way back as well, okay? So guys, that's a little bit of a tutorial about booking award flights. Two kind of morals to the story. One is that you should always check on the airline's website to make sure that you know what the product is that you're getting, because when you book through, say, booking Japan Airlines but through British Airways isn't necessarily going to tell you what plane it is, what product it is, okay? But when you look on Japan Airlines website, it clearly shows up with the word Sky Suite, whatever, their flagship business class product. So that's one moral to the story. Always directly go and check what you're getting. Second moral to the story is that you really can get at least 2 cents in value per point, if not more, 3, 4, 5 cents if you're booking first class. But when all those bloggers say Chase points, Amex points are valued at an average value of 2 cents, they're not lying. It really is true. You can get 2 cents in value. You just got to be smart about it. You transfer to partners, do your research, etc. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that video, and we will be booking more flights for this mega trip to Taiwan, UK, Japan, and France later in the year, okay, from about late December until early February. We'll keep you posted. We'll let you know, any other award bookings we've made and how we've done it. Hopefully you can learn something from that too. All right, guys, we'll put some of our favorite travel credit cards in the description below. Feel free to check them out, learn more about them. As always, it is an affiliate link, so if you want to see advertiser disclosure, it's right at the bottom of the description section of this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.